Made with Mixcraft.
LAKOTA people, we've been violated. The treaty's been self-invalidated. We don't stand up, we'll be annihilated. Hello. Okay.
You're an independent state and a nation. Long before the Treaty of Assimilation. Another threat of deadly force and starvation. Refuse to sign and live in captivation. But they're not taking it anymore. They're not taking what they're given. Stand up, you're strong. LAKOTA, stand up, you're great. OYATE, stand up, you're proud. LAKOTA, stand up, stand up. Come on, get on your feet. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. The greatest treaty gave you this land called LAKOTA. Long as the green grass grows and the rivers flow. From the banks of the river west to the top of the mountain, it's your country, yeah, it's your country. There is no treaty we've got to ever send. It was a conspiracy, witness to the forgery. How the lies made you believe them, and they stole the land that you lived in. We got to get together. It's now or never. If you don't fight, you cannot win. Stand up, you're proud. Stand up, LAKOTA now. Stand up, you're strong. Stand up, stand up, stand up before you. Stand up, LAKOTA. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You're strong. Stand up, stand up, stand up before you. Stand up, LAKOTA. Stand up, stand up, stand up before you. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Hey, how about that guy? He's smooth, huh? He'll do another song for you here in just a few minutes. I'm OYATE. I'm 76 years old. I'm a Wounded Knee veteran. I'm Shichangula LAKOTA. Right now I have to elaborate a little bit. There's some things you need to know. There's a little known fact that this treaty was forged by the United States. There's an official U.S. government document titled Dialogue and Description of Events Surrounding the Signing of the 1868 Fort Laramie Treaty. It's an eyewitness account. I personally had possession of it in 1972, and I presented it to Frank Foolscrow, the treaty chief at the time, for treaty matters. And it burned down in his house fire shortly thereafter. we all know that the vast majority of the Lakota signers were refusing to sign. It was supposed to be 3/4 of the adult male were supposed to sign this treaty. And what was there, like 150 or something like that? And the United States doesn't recognize any of these violations, not a single one. Knowing about this resistance to sign the treaty, the U.S. conspired to have a delivery of barrels and cases of whiskey distributed to the Lakota signers. They brought in a wagon full. They distributed this to the signers, and this was just prior to the signing. And the Lakota at this time were never exposed to alcohol and unaware of its effects, so they had no knowledge of what was going to happen. Well, many of the Lakota signers were incapacitated, unable to walk, and passed out. And so they were dragged to the treaty signing location. This is documented in detail in this document. Pens were inserted into their fingers, and the agents made their mark or signature for them without their consent or knowledge. This, people, is forgery. It invalidates this treaty at its inception. Well, I'm not in a position or have legal authority to subpoena this document from the government archives, but the Black Hills Treaty Council is. Obtaining this document is the only legal grounds for return of the Black Hills. And this is hinged on invalidation of this treaty, which, when invalidated, which it already is, will revert to Lakota, back to the independent nation state status. And this has been confirmed by international attorneys. When an agreement has not been signed, it's invalid. Self-invalidating treaty is detailed under Article 51-63 of the Geneva Convention Law of Treaties. It's never been contested that this treaty was forged. You won't find it in any official legal documents or records. There is no solution to regaining the Black Hills. The money's already been paid. The agreement's been signed. They will not negotiate anything having to do with this treaty. Chief Richard Grass and I organized a meeting between the Treaty Council, many respected Lakota elders, and others, and we declared independence at Bear Butte in 1991. A delegation was sent to The Hague in the Netherlands to present our case. Shortly after this meeting took place, Richard Grass and I were invited to speak at a treaty commemoration at Fort Laramie. And when we arrived there, Chief Oliver Red Cloud was there, and I was walking with him, and he told me in his exact words, "I'm getting old now," he said, "you're going to have to take over." Meaning that he wanted us to carry the independence effort forward. Chief Red Cloud also told the Treaty Council, in the presence of Chinumpa Gluhamani, he said, "Follow him." So it's in Chinumpa's hands. So I'm urging you to support Chinumpa. Support the Treaty Council. These are your leaders. Why would they agree to sign a Declaration of Independence if it wasn't for a good reason? So I'm urging you to carry this forward. Stand up and do something. I'm getting older myself. I won't be around much longer, but I want to see this carried forward. Mitakuya.
mysterious. The way you fell in love with me and made me feel that the universe and all the stars belong to me, that I could rise above, do anything at all. Who has nothing to give? Mysterious. The way I fell in love with you, all the special things you do, hear you laugh, see you smile, makes my life all worthwhile. All I want for you is to be happy. Yeah, yeah. Every single moment of every single day. Oh, yeah. With this mysterious love of mine, love of mine, is all I had to give. It's all I had to give. It grows stronger by the day. There's no word I can't explain now how good it feels inside. I wanna take away your pain and bring on your dreams alive. I give my life and sacrifice just to always be by your side. All I want for you is to be happy. Oh yeah. Every single moment of every single day. Oh yeah. With this mysterious love of mine, it's all I had to give. I'm so in love with you, so in love with you. I'm so in love with you. It's mysterious, I know. I'm so in love with you.
From the album Late Again, Mr. Jones, Blue Diamond Soul with J.J. Jones.
Yeah, this is my Mixcraft.